All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Based on your geographical location, I'd like to officially welcome you. I'd like to officially welcome you to the July 6, 2023 edition of Inside District number 13. With your regular host, Mohammed Kanneh. I prefer to be called Mo. We have just 20 days. We have just few days into the independence celebration of the Republic of Liberia. So the difference between the rich man and the poor man is just a matter of time. That is just the difference. So what? So what's the other thing? What's the other thing God bless you with? You have to be humble. You have to respect people no matter what their status in life. That is just the simplest thing between the rich man and the poor man. It is just a matter of time. No matter what the situation is. No matter what you have achieved, be respectful to people. Whether you are older than the person or the person is older than you, be respectful, be humble, humble yourself. So at about 10 minutes past 5, at about 10 minutes after 5 o'clock, also in our guest, who is the vice chairperson of the District number 13 Youth Council, which is the DYC. His name is $200. So Duana will be making his first debut on the Focal TV. So wherever you are following us from, this is how we like to officially welcome you. So Focal TV, we are broadcasting live from our central studio in the Topo community. We are open up to doing businesses with a politician, non-political institution. You can just contact our business office, and you're gonna get whatsoever fingertips to do business with us. So congratulations. Let me send this congratulations out there to the incumbent representative of district number 13, Representative Ella Papi Fluko, and that of the national vice chairperson of the former ruling unit of the party, Cornelia Kratuka, who is also a representative aspirant, who is vying for the position of representative. Both of them have been certificated. I think it was day one or two when the actor was certificated. And on today, Representative Fluma has been certificated also. Congratulations to you, Chief. Congratulations, Representative Ella Papi Fluma. All right, so that is it. So that is it. This is how I like to run down the curtain of the music, and then we dive into all of issues as I await my guest. I've, I've just been informed that my guest is already in our company, and I'll ask my producer to usher him in because we don't have much of time. I wanted to talk on a few issues, but then we don't have much time. We don't have time in our favor, so I will usher in my guest. I will tell the producer to usher in our guest, and as soon as our guests come in, we will put him on the camera, and then you're going to see him live and clear. We will dive into issues confronting the district youth council. We will dive into issues. We will talk about issues confronting the district, which is district number 13, and then we will zero in on the national scene. So before my guest can come here, let me just talk a little bit. Let me just have a little conversation because we don't have much time now. So maybe my guest might come anytime of the conversation. He might be also in the studio anytime of the conversation. So there's this thing about the consciousness of the electors. This is not something new or something old to our people, but the consciousness of the electors of our country, it is something that as a media institution or as a media practitioner, that is one thing that you have to take. You have to muster the courage, take a platform, talk about it. So this is it. The issue of elections within our country, identifying their leaders on the basis he can provide a cup of rice for me. It has not helped us. It is yet to yield fruit for us. We are yet to benefit from that tendency. The tendency of our people saying, this man bought a bag of rice for me, a cup of rice. No, we must be able to put those who we want to be our leaders, those who we normally call, as soon as this man has been able to give you maybe 1,000 of Liberian dollars or maybe hundreds of United States dollars, then we start to call him leader, mentor. We start to call people leaders, we start to call people mentor or mentors. And without understanding What are those reasons? What are those attributes, characteristics within that person that should make me to call him a leader? Our people, they just look at anybody, they can just refer to them as their leader, or they just refer to them as their mentor. What has been that person's contribution to your life positively in terms of human capacity building? What has he done to transform your level of thinking in these electionary periods in our country? We think it is prudent enough. We speak to the consciences of the young people, not just the young people, but the electors in general. That it is prudent enough that we speak to them, we talk to them, because our people just categorize everybody in the box of being a leader, without understanding certain things that person is able to do for them, without understanding certain things that person is able to do for society. Our people are yet to understand these simple things. Some of our people are yet to understand these simple things. We are in electionary periods. These people who wants to unseat whosoever person that is occupying the current position within our country, they will come around, give you political party paraphernalia, put the berets on your head, give you all of the t-shirts, and then right there you start to identify that man now as your leader. Only because he may come to your place and share a berets, or maybe he shared a political party t-shirts, and then you just classify that man now to be your leader. On what ground? How did the beret teach something in your life? The t-shirt they may give you, how have it teach something in your life? We have to look at these things. We as an electress. Another thing our people normally do is, because the man come and say to you almost every day, then you define that person to be a leader of you. Yes, we are not saying it is wrong. That sort of thinking is wrong. No. What I'm saying is that should not be used as a yardstick to determine who is your leader, to determine who you recognize, who you point to as your mentor. That should not determine who should be your leader or who should be your mentor. In this electionary period, we have to put those who wants to lead our country, we have to put them on the pedestal. We have to evaluate them. We have to ask them, we need to ask them all of the necessary questions. Why you want to leave? Why we couldn't see you years ago, 5, 7, 8, 10 years ago? Why we couldn't see you? But it is only because you want position today. You come to this country, you come to the country, or maybe you move to the district or you move to the country, and then you say you want to be a leader where you have spent over 10 years, over 8 years, over 15 years out of the country. How do you understand the challenges, what the people are confronted with? How you understand these things, the challenges, what the people are confronted with within their district or within the country that you want to represent? Have you understood the challenge or challenges they are faced with in terms of road connectivity, in terms of the educational sector? Have you understand that? But everything boils down to the elections. We will sit on the microphone, we make projections, we analyze issues, but when it comes to the day for the elections to go to the ballot box, they are the one who going to make the final decision. It is the decision that you're going to make that will represent you for the next 6 years. If you think within yourself, everything is okay for you, I'm not saying things are not fun or things are okay, but I'm speaking to the consciousness of the young people, not only the young people, but the electors in general. If you feel this is okay for you, the current status you are in, it is okay for you, go and make the rightful decision that you think you can make. If you feel it is not okay for you, go and make the rightful decision that can bring the change that you want. Because mind you now, you're going to add 6 years to your to your age now. You're going to be talking about maybe you're going to be talking about being in your 40s, or maybe you're going to be in your early 30s, or late 30s, or early 20s, or late 20s. So we have to be very careful on who we point to be our leaders. There are certain people in our society should not be given the breeding ground, should not be given a space to even contest for any positions in our country. There are certain people who should not be given that position. But when you say these things today, you sit on your microphone and say these things, people who are in position of leadership in this country, they will classify you as a person who is in line with the opposition. Tomorrow you talk, and then maybe your analysis go in the way of the opposition, then those who in the ruling establishment they will say you are on the side of the opposition. If you talk today, maybe your analysis go in the side of the opposition, those who in the ruling establishment they will say, oh, you are biased, you are doing business with the opposition. So that is just how it is. I really needed more time to talk about this to speak to the consciousness of the people of the Liberian electors. But then we don't have the time. We don't have much time. So I hope next Thursday, when I come back here next Thursday, I can play more emphasis on the consciousness, to speak to the consciousness of the young people, not just the young people, but the electors. So that is it. We will take the short break. And as soon as I take the short break and comes back, we will usher in our guest, Mr. Dwana Dolly, who is already in here. We will usher him and then tell our producer to put him on the screen.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep focal.
All right. Okay. So, viewers, wherever you are following us, we would like to say thank you for watching, and we encourage you to please share our video so that the video can reach to as many people as it can reach. So we encourage every one of you. Let me notify those who follow us via our Facebook feed. Nugusa Nagat Kemo, how are you doing? Ambassador Mohammed Kanneh, Prince Jimmy, keep up the good work, brother. Thanks. My appreciation to the both of you. We're gonna do what we were asked to come and do to contribute to the media landscape of this country. So in studio now we already have Joanna Dolly who is already here. Um Joanna Dolly, welcome to Focal on TV Chief. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm doing fine, Chief. Uh, I'm ready, but I'm grateful for the invite.
All right. So how is the district by the way? First, let's start with the community. You also used here. How is it Bidema or what's the community?
It's Basatan Jimmy Carroll.
Okay, Basatan Jimmy Carroll. So how is Basatan Jimmy Carroll?
Basatan Jimmy Carroll is relatively kind.
Okay.
The inhabitant, we are doing fine. Only thing is slum community, we are looking challenge with the flood, but gradually we are putting the situation under control.
What is your long on that to solve that situation?
Well, uh, he's partnering with those entities that are around us. Whenever we have some challenges, we call upon him. He will come and uh, immediate into fruition in order to open the images of God in our God, we will have free flow.
All right. So
Yeah,
thank you.
right.
So how is the resident of Jimmy Carroll Basatan?
Uh,
How are they doing? Because you said as a youth chairman, so here
yeah,
it is very much connected to you.
it's challenging actually.
Okay.
There are a lot of situations we are faced with, especially from the young people angle. You know, unemployment.
Okay.
Unemployment is a security threat
All right.
to the community, to
Can you
the
please
nation.
take the microphone directly to the microphone?
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly. Unemployment is a security challenge
All right.
to the community, to a neighborhood, and to the country at large.
All
You
right.
know, whenever people are not employed, they don't get their daily bread. So you face a lot of challenges. It's one of those challenges that we are faced with in that.
You don't pay for the little job that you're doing in Basildon? Why are you laughing, Chief? Why are you laughing, Chief?
You know, many times I feel with this question, if I'm unpaid, it's a sacrificial job that we are doing to keep us abreast, to keep us fit about the future, Mohammed.
Okay.
Yeah, because leadership, it is a service provider area.
All right.
So whenever you are there, especially for the local leadership, be a community chairman, community secretary,
But you,
whatsoever.
you people don't want to say this position you are heading is a voluntary job, nothing. So why you guys get like this? Why you guys don't want to resign from the position?
I thank you. Because people already repose their
Okay.
confidence in you.
Okay.
Yeah, people already repose their confidence in you. And if you can deliver, you can stand in the gap for them. So as such, we cannot risk their life with
So,
our resignation.
okay. So should we look forward to local leadership in RTI international budget in the years to come?
I think it will help greatly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Even I myself, I think that will also
yeah,
help to impact local leaders
sure.
because.
Because
Mhm.
when you look at the structure of the local leadership,
Okay.
when the government really put that into their national budget, it
Okay.
will help even the national government on the developmental sector.
All right, so let's come to what we are here for.
Yeah,
Now, to the district youth council, you serve as chairperson for administration.
sure.
And what is the issue with DYC? Because I've been reading a lot of communication, a lot of conversation I've been seeing with the district youth council. You serve as like the vice president of the DYC.
Yeah.
So, what is this issue with the DYC?
Uh, you know, the DUI, was and out of my colleague who serving as chairman for various communities, being a vice chair for administration, the position is challenging. But thank God, I will start from the genesis. The insurance of the DYC, when Chairman Abby Brown was there as chairman of the DYC, we went through a lot, yeah, by bringing various leaders together from the 10A community of district number 10. So, after which, in a nutshell, Chairman Abby Brown was defeated in a just ended election, which we found to him. He said, according to him, that the election was not free and fair. But how be it, he was defeated. All right.
Yeah.
So coming out to my position as uh, co-chair for administration, we face a lot of challenges. Sometimes you will call for meeting and some other leaders will not be there in order for you to explain or in a certain aspect of your discussion. But in order to get all of the 38 youth chairman on board, it's challenging money. It's very challenging. Yeah. You know that we have an election quite recently. You know
Yeah, we
that?
will come to that. I
Okay.
got that information about election being conducted, I think 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was on the 4th of July. Yeah, this gone Tuesday. So the GYC now on our administration at that time, we ready for in identifying community who was not gone into election in order for them to go into an election to show us they are youth chairman in order for them to include them on the DYC.
Okay.
So we fought. Many people, many communities went into election. We got some 20 to 30 to 35 youth chairmen on board,
Okay.
and we all were working together in order for us to see innovative, strong DYC of district number 30.
During the voter registration,
Yeah.
the biometric voter registration, we saw the DYC marching the principal streets of district number 13
Hmm.
on a campaign, say no to voter trucking.
Trucking, yeah.
What did you really achieve on that campaign on that particular day? What were you able to achieve as a council?
Okay. As a council, we thought it wise because this voter trucking, normally when election is being announced or registration of election process is being announced, we see people from different area of the country go start trucking voters into another county, another district, in order for them to get the result that people is with them. So as a council, we thought it wise, we said we should come out to tell the country, to tell our district people it is not good for us, our well-being. Because if you go into another main district or another main county, you want to make a decision for that person, and that decision will not be good for those inhabitants in that district, in that particular district, or that particular county. It is something that is detrimental to the people in that county, or it is something that is detrimental to the people of that district. So we thought it was to send a caveat, to send a message out there that it is not good to voter trucking in order for you to make an independent decision for yourself. So the council went in to make a statement and to demonstrate it, that statement through a marching from the free pool all the way to the Gabriel Colette, where the statement was read by the then chair.
Yeah, even I was opportune to
Yeah.
be present. My media institution was there. We
Okay.
listened to the statement and
Sure.
then we read the statement right on
Yeah.
this platform.
Okay.
So there is this issue within the DYC. After, according to what I got source, after Abby Bryan have lost the election, per ascendancy clause, you supposed to be the one to ascend to that position
Yeah.
as the next chairperson of the District 13 Youth Council.
Mhm.
And then, unfortunately,
Mhm.
there has been some issues. Especially, do you really see something like backstabbing or conniving within the process that, I mean, within the council that would, of course, you should have been the current chairperson of the council?
Well, you know, the situation of the GYC, I just wanted to speak within the confine of my services being rendered to the GYC.
Okay.
Yeah. But we can safely say that the DYC is in a transition now in a newly elected chairman, which is Nimlati Lanford, chairman elect of the DYC from the J Dabo Reach community. But Mohammed, frankly speaking, you talk about the extended process, which of course many people were looking to that. But
Mhm.
as it stands, the GYC went into an election, but we call that as a quasi election.
Okay.
It's a quasi election. Reason being, I refer to it as quasi election because we were told by the district number 13 lawmaker in person of Honorable Edward Papi that after the general and presidential election, the GYC is going to be going into an election. Yeah, so we will elect Bureau Code of Officers into office.
Okay.
Yeah, so I refer to that as quasi election. But how be it? That's the mandate of the members of the DYC. So in later time, we will speak to it.
How was the process done? Is it that people went to register? Is it that youth chairperson are the ones who supposed to go to the ballot and cast their vote for who become the next youth chairperson of the council?
You know, this is why I told you from the initial stage, the process was a quasi process.
Okay.
So, because if you want to take it generally or holistically, you will have all of the youth chairman of the 38 community present, register in order to participate in the process.
All right.
Yeah, but the process, I was serving as one of the commissioner on board of that same process.
Wow. So you mean to say the man wanted to do something like to place you on a under a cover, like maybe want to print a bad picture of you.
No, I don't think so because if you check it, one of the integrity outcome in the DYC, I'm a big one. As one of
Yes,
them.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
Political CC uh,
yeah,
has said something about that. Even Christian Smith,
yeah.
who is one of the youth chairman from the guest state
Nigerian,
from
yeah,
Niger. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm one of the integrity outcome because I don't want to talk something good about myself, but
Mm.
other people will say, but how be it, Mohammed? I think we can move forward.
Can the DYC will the DYC move to another level and maze the kind of crisis of the DYC
I think
and maybe what has gone wrong?
when we actually put our acts together as young people,
Mm.
we focus our mind or focus our attention on the bright future. I think the DYC is going to move forward.
You really think so?
I really think so. Uh, Based on innovation.
Do you recognize the elected chairperson of the DYC?
If I recognize
Mm.
it is a mandate of the.
Oh, but you have to be clear. Do you recognize his ascendancy to that position?
I told you it is a mandate of.
We do agree that I do agree it is a mandate of all of the youth chairpersons that were elected. The question here is, do you recognize his ascendancy?
I congratulate him.
No problem. Thank you. Moving forward,
Mhm.
will you work with him
If you
after
need,
congratulating?
if you need my service,
Mhm.
I'm going to provide my services to the DYC.
So, do you still maintain the position as the vice chairperson for administration?
I don't know what the future will bring.
No, but you are the vice chair for administration.
Yeah, but we went through the election.
So that position was not up for grabs. It was not up for a vacancy.
Remember, uh, we are dealing with a hair, all right?
Okay.
Then, if the hair is changed, that means all of the subordinate are subject to a change. I don't think you argue that. You think so?
Hmm.
So, my services that I rendered to the DYC from 2019 of the present, they can look at it. If I may serve as consultant to the DYC, how be it, we will render our services again to the DYC in order for us to see the broader future of the DYC.
We will render our service to see the birth of future of the DYC. So, folks, wherever you are following us, this is the Focal on TV, and we are here in the studio with Joanna Dolly, who is, should I say, a former vice chairperson for administration.
The outgoing fast.
Okay, the outgoing vice chairperson for administration,
Yeah.
district number 13 youth council. Um, looking at the council,
Mhm.
when you were serving as the vice chairperson for administration,
Mhm.
if we are to catalog your gains and challenge,
Mhm.
what are your gains? What did the DYC achieve?
Mhm.
And what has been the DYC challenge?
Okay. One of the challenges that we face in the DYC, and I think is currently playing in the DYC, is independence.
Mm. Okay.
For the DYC to be an independent body, you understand?
Okay.
Because when you say the DYC, it is the District Youth Council of District Number 13 that comprises of many people,
Yeah.
of elected officials from
Mhm.
diverse
Definitely.
political backgrounds
Political institution.
and institutions. So as such, it needs to be independent. So one of our quests was to make the DYC an independent body, particularly for my office as vice chair for administration. So we fought, Like when you are from the CTC, we say, oh, leader, whenever you are in the DYC, you should be an independent person. When you go outside of the DYC, you can play your politics. When you are from the UP, from the ANC, from the Labour Party, or whatever political party you aspire to, or you are in. So it was one of our challenges that we faced in the DYC. And the second challenge was, I think, especially in the DYC, the maintenance of the DYC, to maintain the DYC, financially, it was burdensome. So as such, we found it difficult to implement many of our programs.
So were you not operating on a fixed budget that maybe on a monthly or quarterly basis?
We were not operating on a fixed budget. So whenever our program officer plan program, we have to look for sponsor of that program in order to sponsor it. So we were not really operating on a fiscal budget.
All right. So now let's take a little bit. Let's move a little bit from the district youth council and then comes to the district now, where you have the current lawmaker representing the Elder Papi Flomo. He is seeking re-election, and just a minute ago, I was able to see a picture from one of his supporters, not just his supporters, but one of his staffers at the Capitol building. He posted that his boss has just been certificated by the National Election Commission, so he is qualified now to contest the upcoming October 10th election. So you as a leader within the district, an opinion leader, a national opinion leader within district number 13, what is your take about the election within district number 13?
Okay, when it comes to the district number 13 politics in general, especially when it comes to the re-election of Honorable Edward Papi Flomo, one, he is an incumbent. Two, as far as we are concerned, my opinion, he is one of the many persons that is reachable. So he's paying attention to the developmental aspect of the district, right? In development administration, they got something called sectorial development. In development administration, they got something called sectorial development. I think he has been paying attention to the sectorial development of the district.
Okay.
Yeah. So for that, other people they are paying attention to that also because they say whenever they call him, he's there to meet the aspiration of the people. But one thing is it, when it comes to the representation also, people will say they have some problem with the honorable man. One, because we have been in the district, right?
Yeah.
We hear some other people saying, uh, district number 13, when Edward Papi Flomo was coming into the game, he came as independent. But later, we went back to CC. Other people wants to go in for that. So there are many challenges.
All right. So there are many challenges as it relates to the working within the district, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were, because you said you spoke of sectoral development, if you were to point out those development that Representative Flomo has carried on within the district, what can you point to?
I think I am not really working in an honorable office. Yeah.
So you cannot speak for that.
I don't want to speak to that.
All right. But you are a supporter of it.
Yeah, I'm a supporter of Mr. Flomo. I'm opinion leader.
But you support his political ideology.
I'm opinion leader.
Well, an opinion leader can also have a side. So why not? Why don't you support Mr. Flomo?
An opinion leader have a side.
It seems to be like you don't want the public to know your son. Wow, why is it?
No, I don't want the public to know my son. No, me and Mr. Flambo always talk. Even when I was coming here,
Mhm.
he knows about it.
Okay.
So for me, I just want the right thing to happen.
But you're sounding like a person who don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
No, the cat is already out of the bag.
An opinion leader can still have a son.
I do agree with that. But somebody who stands for a just cause.
Because after cataloging all of those good things he has done and he is doing within the district, why you don't want to support him?
No,
Why you don't want to support him?
I'm coming to the opposition side who opposing him.
Okay. Yeah, we would daft to that
I know.
as it relates to those who wants to unseat the current lawmaker.
Yeah.
So it's just to be like you are supporting somebody from the opposition bloc. Is it Kaza from around your end?
Gaza.
Yeah, one Kaza from around your end.
Gaza seems to be that he's running.
Why are you placing the word seems to be like he is running? He's contesting.
We will reach that. I'm trying to sharpen my pen, Mohammed.
All right. So let's move to those who wants to unseat the representative other party from.
Yeah.
If you were to make a projection, well, which one of the candidates you're going to make a possible projection of that they can better replace Mr. Flo?
You know, telling the public that you want to run is one thing, and manifesting that or translating that to the public is another thing. I, Dwana Dollar, I want to contest the district seat, all right? But my ability, my capability, or the competency to translate my running into reality is another thing. What do I mean? I want to run, right? I have to visit the 38 communities within district number 13 to know what is happening, what is the need and aspiration of the people. Which one of those that vie for the seats have done that? Which one? You have many. You have one situated in this community. You have one situated in the New Georgia community, or many of them situated in the New Georgia community. If there's rather one to see on Honorable Edward Papi, I'm not here to defend the office of Honorable Edward Papi, but let's speak to reality. The need, they got to work beyond all reasonable time.
So you don't see anybody who can unseat the lawmaker?
For now, because campaign has not yet opened.
But we have Kanneh who can tear in the previous election.
I know. But what has been her involved into the district politics? We should also see that.
She is serving at the national level in United Party.
That is a party level.
But someone could build on that and say, yes, she is well qualified and competent to head the position.
Yes, she's qualified. But when I mean the competency, is how well you align yourself with the people in the district.
But she just launched an awareness, seeing how best to disabuse the minds of people who we call the disadvantaged youth.
Disadvantaged. Yeah.
People should not build on that to elect her.
I don't think people should build on that. You know, our society now we live in is a gullible society. The language you speak to the people will make for the people to love you. The language you speak to the people will make the people to go away from you.
Is she not the chair of the people? Is she not the person who the people going to enjoy the comfort of her? Is she not the people who the electors of this number 13 wants for her to represent them at the national legislature?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, but you.
I'm not saying that.
What?
I'm saying the society that we live in.
But that is just that's small.
The language that you speak to people will make the people to learn.
No, so there's a key point. There's a key point there. You say this is a gullible society.
Yeah.
Should we take to the fact that you are saying something contrary, that she does not believe in certain things that the electors of the district believes in?
Okay, what am I saying, Mohammed? I want you to listen to me. At least give me 1 minute. Let me elaborate on this.
No problem. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I can't dispute the fact that Madam Topa, it is a formidable force when it comes to district number 13 parties because last election she emerged third place, right?
Yeah.
She emerged third
Mhm.
place, and looking at her, looking at the party that she is going on, the Unity Party, which happened to be one of the biggest opposition parties in the country.
Okay.
But if you really want to change somebody who is an incumbent, you should work beyond all reasonable doubt. You should be all in the trenches, telling the people what is the district focus, what should the district base on. Then I think you'll be making effort for yourself.
But weeks ago, I saw Margarita Katuka in Batufati visiting the people in Batufati. She went to one of the intellectual centers to have a conversation with people there. Is it that something good that people needs to build on that also to see how best to
It,
elect her as the next lawmaker of district number 30?
it is something good, all right? But she need to go beyond that. Now, district number 13, I can place district number 13 geographically is divided into three or four zones.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the South Belt, which is Jamaica, Structure Creek down,
Yeah.
going to Solid Community.
Solid, definitely.
Then you have the,
The Bidema,
no, then you have the Central.
Central Jamaica.
No, you have the Central Point, which comprises of Factory Factory,
Yeah.
the Topo Village,
Choco,
the
Chocolate City,
Chocolate City,
the
the
NPP,
NPP.
yeah.
Then you have the I
the
don't
New
like
Georgia.
the New Georgia Belt or the West Belt of,
Definitely.
of District Number 13.
Mhm.
So take it upon yourself. Have you visited all of these belts? Have you gone to the people, hearing the needs of, all right? You should not be somebody who don't know the need of the people. If you know the need of the people will believe you and the people will give you power.
She does not understand the need of it.
I don't say that.
No, but that is something very simple you're trying to say.
No, I don't say that. If she doesn't understand the need of the
So
people,
who better understand the needs of the people in this?
who better understand the need of the people? Somebody who goes around.
Should we take Solomon?
I don't interact with Solomon Chico in the first place.
Why not Amos Daria?
I don't even interact with him.
Christian Kaza?
Christian Kaza, I met him once.
Wilma Smith?
Wilma Smith, I heard about him.
Then who should we take?
Who should we take?
Mm.
What the district would decide.
And who's the district going to decide?
We got to go through the ballot box.
But no, but you are an opinion leader in this district.
I
So
know.
you need to take a step because there are people who are following you on a daily basis.
Yeah.
There are people who look at you to be a role model for
I
them.
know.
So they look up to you for a decision in this electionary period of our country.
The time will come and we will announce our side.
Why you don't want to announce a star by this time?
Because when you are an opinion leader, when people look up to you for direction, don't be too fast to talk.
Okay.
Allow the people to judge themselves. Allow certain things to happen. Predicated upon that, then you can take a decision. But now, the district, we are focusing on the bigger platform.
As an opinion leader in district number 30, do you think Mr. Flomo will retain his seat?
No, I think Mr. Flomo will. Mr. Flomo is playing his game.
Chief, the question here is, do you think Mr. Flomo will retain his seat? Yes or no?
Mr. Flomo is playing his game. This is politics. And it's
Why you don't want to answer all of the questions?
It is politics.
Why you don't want to answer this question?
Mohammed, I'm sorry the question, Chief.
No, but
I want to answer.
no, you're the chief. I'm asking you, do you think Mr. Flomo will retain his seat?
Mr. Flomo is playing his game.
What is the game is he playing? Is it a game to retain his seat or a game to be booted out?
It's his game. Always ask Mr. Flomo, definitely he will tell you he is the lawmaker in a way. And if you ask for leader she will tell you she is the lawmaker in waiting. So all of them got to play their game well.
You are an opinion leader in the district.
I know.
Why you don't want to answer the question whether Mr. Flomo will retain his seat?
When it comes to politics, politics doesn't have a definition. You know that. Politics does not have a definition.
Is this something that you are hiding?
I'm not hiding it because politics it changes on a daily basis.
So you are clear to so you are clear that Mr. Flomo will not retain his seat.
I said when Mr. Flomo played his game well,
So how is he going to play the game? Or how do you intend that Mr. Flomo play this game that he will be re-elected to the ballot box?
because Mohammed, I don't want for me to go back to my previous expose.
No, but you are saying he is playing his game.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you,
Mhm.
which one of the game that he is playing that will make the minds of the electors within district number 13 goes to the ballot box, be resolved and say, we're going to re-elect Mr. Flomo. We still enjoy his comfort. We still enjoy the development he is carrying on within our district.
The man is playing his political game. And everyone in the district seems to play their political game.
So you do not support anybody at the moment.
If I do not support anybody,
At the moment.
we support the district. The district is our bigger armament. The district is our bigger dream for the district to move forward. If the district move forward, all of the 38 communities enjoy the development aspect of their lawmaker. Tell me, it's going to be translated into the ballot box.
So before we take a call, let's just dive in on the national scene for like about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll take a call. And we take a short break, comes back. You respond to some of the comments in our comment section and the calls that we place on our broadcast.
Okay.
So now, at the national scene, former Vice President Joseph Mwabwaka
Yeah.
is contesting for the presidency of this country. And the current president, Mr. George Manabuya, wants to retain his seat.
Yeah.
You as an opinion leader within district number 13, people look forward to you, people look up to you within the district for a direction. What is your side as it relates to the national level, as it relates to the national politics of our country?
Thank you. When it comes to the national scene, President George, before taking his seat as president of the Republic of Liberia, through the proper agenda for prosperity and development to the Liberian people, that 250,000 Liberians will be alleviated from poverty. You know, when you have poor,
Yeah,
meaning from poor to prosperity.
definitely.
I think it is similar to the agenda or the manifesto that were crafted during Thomas time.
Yeah, so William Tower.
Yeah, it's from mat to mattress
So
to
much.
mattress policy, right?
Mm.
But then, looking at the current reality, I don't think it suits the Liberian people
Okay.
because so many Liberians goes to bed with empty stomach.
All right.
Is no an empty bag and that's stand alone. So even at that,
Definitely.
you're going to face some challenges with civil servants
All right.
because nowadays civil servant cannot receive their just salary. So that alone is a politics against Mr. President.
But people will say we still enjoy the workings of President Charles Manuel. He is building road. He has given tuition free at State Run University. He pay wire fees.
Mohammed, you know, all of the things bow down to funding food for we the Liberian. When last in our history, here Liberian fought for rule. When last in our history that here Liberians black rule or protested for power onward. But you can hear within our history the rest right. Isn't so?
Mm.
I think under the leadership of John Kerry,
Yeah,
former
former agriculture minister.
agriculture minister.
Mm.
So that tells us that we the Liberian, if food is not on our table, everything is not good at all. Everything is not good.
Should we blame it all on rice by saying Mr. Weah needs to go?
It should not be wholly blame it on rice. but the living condition of our people,
Yeah.
it is not just suitable.
So who do you think can change that?
Or do
Who
you
can
think
make the change?
is the innovation of the president, what he brings to the table, will change the living condition
Mr. Dolly,
of the
who
people.
Mr. Dolly, who do you think can change the narrative?
If the president
Mm.
change the living condition of its citizen, will
Mr.
definitely change the country.
Mr. Dolly, you haven't answered the question. Who do you think can change the narrative in this country? Among all of those who vie for the presidency in this country. There are a lot of names.
I
How you
mean,
don't want to name those?
and there are lots of people.
Mhm.
Uh, the former vice president will tell you, I'm coming with an agenda that is best fitted to change the future of this country to a better one. When he was asked, he said connecting of rules, agricultural,
Mm,
sanitation. All right.
mm.
So if that can be translated into reality, then Liberia will move forward. But who knows? So the future is critical. Actually, Mohammed, the future is critical. But the Liberian people decide at the ballot box on October 10th, 2023.
So, Chief,
Yeah.
you are still dodging this one question. You did this when I place you on the issue of the district. Who do you think can better represent the district? You say the people will decide. It is based on the workings of all of those who vying for the position. The people will elect their leaders. Now, at the national scene, at the presidency,
Mhm.
at
Uh,
the presidency,
Let me be fair.
Mhm.
When it comes to the political parties,
Mhm.
because in a district or at a national scene, I'm a unity partisan. I'll be clear on that.
All right.
I'm aligned with the unity party.
Okay.
But when it comes to the decision making of the unity party, uh, or when it comes to the developmental aspect of the country, my brother, we should be very clear on that. The country needs to move forward. That's a reality. Liberia is what we cherish. Liberia is what we want to see a better thing happening for Liberia. Whenever Liberia is developed, our minds are developed, and everything is developed in Liberia. We want to see that.
All right. So when our minds are developed, meaning Liberia can be developed.
Oh yes.
So before we take comments from our comment section or course, there is this last question I just want to ask you. Then before we can take anything like a question from our comment or maybe anybody who will place a call while we are going through the conversation. So now looking at the justice system of this country, how how do you look at the justice system of our country? Is it okay or should there be an improvement? If there should be an improvement, what would be your recommendation? And where should the improvement be made?
Okay, when it comes to the justice system, I think it needs an improvement. Yeah, that's reality. Because you see, many times in our country, especially under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. George Weah, we many deaths have occurred in our country, and in so doing, it will wholly be blamed on the president. But mind you, what is the sole purpose of the judicial system? Is it credible? Is it an independent body? Somebody will say no, it's not independent. And whenever the justice system is not independent, that means the whole country is not independent. Because it is from there investors will look at it and say, yes, indeed, when I'm investing my money into this country, I got there's some level of security for me. But if the judiciary system is not credible enough, it is something that we should ponder upon as citizens.
All right. So if the judicial system of this country is not okay, it is something that we have to make a change as a citizen of this country. So wherever you're following the broadcast, this is Inside District number 13 on Focal Online TV. I'm here with Donald Dollar, who is the outgoing vice chairperson for administration of District 13 Youth Council. So wherever you are, if you want to place a call, you can call on 0778 39 57 12. Our WhatsApp number is 0770 30 30 18. You can place a call to our WhatsApp line, and then we will get you in so that whatever concern you have, our guest can respond to your concern. All right. So we have somebody on our line. Um, Hello, good evening, sir. Hello. Oh, hello, good evening. Yeah, hello, good evening, Mr. Harrison Kamoon.
Good evening. Good evening, brother Mohammed. Bani Kanneh, to my dear brother Joel. I'm following from Maryland County, and I mean, this topic is very interesting, and so I thought to make one or two comments, and I hope you guys are okay as well.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Okay. And I want to thank all for taking all the time and coming to us to explain a few things concerning the district and Liberia life. But then doing it, that elaboration, there were a few things that caught my attention, and so I thought to address it and maybe asking a question, or maybe he can make a statement later on. The first thing is you asked him a minute ago about Cornelia Craft, October, and he says he's not informed of the politics of the district without having totally confused, knowing how to be a major contender in past elections and being, I mean, a candidate an aspiring in this upcoming elections and a represent, I mean, the representative aspiring from the Unity Party, one of the leading opposition party, you are considering or not a factor in the process. It confuses me so dearly because as far as we know, the detective has no major way or the particular way the politics in district taking is not unique and structural in order to characterize one as not being a major factor. We all know that we went to a by-election, just 17% of the total voting population and participated in the election, and one person came out to win. I mean, a small number of if we start in the process or going to a new election, we well know that it's a stretch thing, and then there will be a huge go ahead. So I just want to bring that to his attention. And the second thing is that Mohammed, you are quite aware that we are in a political landscape, and for the most part, what is not done at all, I mean, it's not done at all, it's not done at all. Talking about the district council, like I followed for a very long time. I thought about that, the days of the IB, and we are quite aware that democracy all around time in Liberia.
Hello, Mr. Kamoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got about 1 minute 30 seconds.
All the district youth here from the dedicated committee coming together through a unique rally that basically with a legal framework that is their constitution, their roadmap, their activities and their programs. But then we come back to this executive reform as far as Sir Joseph did for what we have now. There is no structure. And so only one person who I know very well was part of a committee that was came for a particular, I mean, the rep, the structure of the people, but until now is no appeal. And then so, yeah, hearing that I mean, some people were selected. Now, elected was selected to spearhead the election, and then people come from the lawmakers say they should do the elections following the next election, which is totally wrong. I think the young brothers should start putting themselves together, trying to create programs that put the legal documents together that will protect them and conduct structural elections that will serve as a roadmap for future generations to come, because the only expiring stage and anytime soon, everyone that will be leaving that stage, the legacy that they will set, what will be left behind is the legacy that they will set in order to be able to follow what the blueprint. There's no blueprint at the moment. The only being a smart young person that I know, we have been to answer before, I'm not going to answer the young brother. I know that it's still an idea, this still an idea to put together to construct
Do you think the lawmaker is the one who masterminded the process for the guys going to election on Monday on this one Tuesday?
I can tell you for yes, because I know I've had conversation with the very lawmaker here. I was telling you the very things that I'm explaining, that the youth council is an independent body that comprises of youth that come together to try and make decisions for the youth in terms of progress and activities. And then he didn't see it fitting. He thought that it was some political group that was to serve as an auxiliary for campaigning for his movement. And so that's the reason for a very long time that he held Andy Brown as youth chair and then brought in people that he had interest in working with and put the other people aside. And you can realize the saga of Widow Sano on the other side of the barricade when he was never supporting the Flomo idea or way of doing things. You saw how Widow Sano was pushed aside, but by the time Widow Sano got called to the understanding of
Mr. Flomo.
It was at that time that you saw that Widow Sano was brought in as the pastor. But my point here is district youth council should have a structural movement. They should have constitutional guidelines that govern them, and they should have their regular sitting in line with the district council to be able to move the district. That's a problem on the administration part of the legislature. That's a body that.
All right, Mr. Kemo, just 10 seconds. 10 seconds now, so you can conclude in 10 seconds.
Ideas, they can stick with themselves and they'll do the right thing. I know Dolly has been feared, but that he supports Flomo. And in pushing it, Flomo with not having an understanding of what the social.
But I asked the man, Mr. Kemo, let me. Mr. Kemo, I asked Dolly, who is he supporting within the district? Dolly say the people will decide who becomes the next representative for district number 13. He has not been clear to me to respond to that question.
As an opinion leader in the district, he's not coming out to tell us now what side. I mean, he as Dolly is on. We need to know those things so that at least the people of Basel Town can be able to understand who our chair have made an informed decision that we need to follow rather than saying the people, because the people can't depend on you a whole lot. So Dolly needs to understand the variables and as such make decisions that are right. And for the most part, I think that District 13 need a total transformation. For a very long time, we have been other leaders who have the understanding of the movement forward of our country. And so Dolly, the pressure is on you now as a youth leader to make the difference. Thank you, Mohammed, for having me on your show this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kemun. That was the voice of our former station manager, Erison Chokon Kemun. Thank you, sir. All right, so Dolly, so you have it, and then Mr. Kemun came a little bit like he disagreed with you when I asked you the question of Cornelia Katupa, where he says she has not really been involved in activities within the district.
Yeah.
So I think you can respond to that.
I think when I spoke of involvement, I told you clear cut that it's not holistic. It's not holistic.
Okay.
And if you ask another person across the bridge, what class has Madam Tupa been there? It'll tell you for a very long time she has not done that.
Should we vote people based on their movement to elections, how well they go around the elections? Should we vote them on that basis?
I think it's important because when you visit various sections or we are visiting the district at large, you will know what people really want. What you would do when you've been elected.
Let me take this person. Let me take this person. So this will be our last caller. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Your name, sir.
Okay, I'm Solomon Swain, the youth chairperson at the Yoruba community.
Welcome, Mr. Swain.
I'm trying to show my attention to the DRC election.
All right.
Mr. Dolly, who is the studio guest, was one of the commissioner on the election.
Okay.
And he was serving as the chief administrator of the election commission body.
All right.
Basically, he and I listened. I overheard that he said that the election was mastermind by the honorable law.
No, he did not say so. He said it was a quasi process. I asked him the question. He said that was a decision of his fellow youth chair.
No, the issue when the war was process, Mr. Kanneh.
Yeah.
Say was I don't want you to say it. They went away and came up with the way the process was to be here.
But Solomon, let me hold you there now. Per leadership proceeding, I think dollars should have been the one to ascend to that position and then organize an electoral body to take the council to election. I think that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, that's supposed to be, but dollars, the entire democratic process, the how dollars and army could down, who lost the hardest started the process. The process, they themselves, what they play and what we follow. So you should say what the process. You see, the man, let me just say this, because be careful in casting us. Morris Dollar, Mr. Dollar Institute was given 15,000 to run the DRC election. Guess what?
Do you have documented that to substantiate that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we hope to have an interview with you one of these days. Maybe next Thursday I will have to get you on so we can get the solve it. Yeah, and then before you drop, the line, you should. Okay. Okay. All right. You say out of 15,000, he bought $20 in pen? Okay. All right. But I'm hearing somebody in the back giving you information. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So that is it. Mr. Dolly, there's an allegation being leveled against you about 15,000. What is it? This issue about you receiving 15,000?
I don't want to dive into that 15,000 issue. Let me deal with.
But it borders around integrity.
Let me discuss first what I mean by quasi. You just know what I use the word quasi.
Okay.
The issue here, and I will not mince my word anymore. It's a quasi process because the lawmaker told us clear cut. After the general and presidential election, the DYC will transition into a general election because this process has been done. Like I told you, I would really love to come here one of these days to open up. Yeah, we will bring real intellectuals into the disco. I don't want to like.
Yeah. We look forward to that on one of these days.
After the show, we're going to arrange it by myself. Then I will come back here.
No problem.
Yeah. So, why is it that one? Solomon Swan should know what the lawmaker to us that when we are going into this election, but there should be a resolution justice. And the resolution will go across that anyone elected, the person will be able to take the DYC into an election. Either 1 month or 2 months or whatsoever will be placed into the resolution. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And that individual will not have the opportunity to contest into the DYC election, general election. So why is the process not a quasi process? Tell me. Why is the process not?
So just conclude on the issue of the 50,000. Then we can take a leave of you because we are pressed of time right now.
I was not the chairman of the election commission.
But you have also been involved into the issue of the 15,000.
The 15,000 was given to candidate registration.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Okay.
That is the whole process. So tell me, when you go to vote register at the National Election Commission, will you be asking for reimbursement, Mr. Kanneh?
No.
Will you ask for reimbursement? No, come on, man. Don't be serious on this.
Oh, really? You guys are asking for reimbursement?
No, it's not those candidates who register.
Okay, so just take your parting comment and then.
Yeah, but other members out there, they The election commission should tell them how the money was used.
No, that cannot be done.
So you see,
No, no.
so I'm very grateful for the impact. You know, people will say they want to see my son. Let me be frank. Liberia is what we check. I will not consider and tell you, oh, Mr. Mohammed, I want for all to go this, for all to go that. Like I told you, as the time will come, as soon as possible, we will be on the front line. We will roll our sleeves and we'll tie our strength. We make sure that Liberia be elaborated. We make sure that Liberia be on the right trajectory. And the district at large, district number 13 is rich history. We need to enjoy the richness of district number 13. So I want to say thank you, and we will be here again to tell you our side of the national politics. Thank you.
All right. So that was the voice of Duanan Dole, who is the outgoing vice chairman, who is the outgoing vice chair for District 13 Youth Council. So he been here with us since 5 o'clock, and it is now 6:17. We've been having a lot of conversations here. More. So that is it. We've been having a lot of conversations here, ranging from speaking to the consciousness of the Liberian electors. So hopefully on next Thursday, I hope to lay my hands on Solomon Swain and that of the newly elected chairperson of District number 13 Youth Council. As we go to the pool on October 10th of this year, we love to say the only message we anticipate, the only message we anticipate from people so let me notify all of those who are following and those who drop in their comments. Nagusa Nagas Kemu, Prince Jimmy, keep up the good work, brother. Morrissey Kanneh, it is true that the DYC went to election in District number 13. What is your stance as an executive member? Comme you are too critical. Comme Donna, you are too critical. Comme Mohammed Vani Kanneh, people should speak on issue based on tangible, not what Solomon Swain said. All right, so that is it. This is how we're going to take our weekend break, and then we will be back next Saturday. We will be back next Thursday. Thank you for being with us. I am your regular Thursday server, Mohammed Vani Kanneh. This is how I like to take my ears to the RT, man. Hope to see you next Thursday, same time.